the computer station in the rotation model. In this station, students will use the hybrid assignment that talks about figurative language. Let's take a look. I'm logged on as a student, and in this station, I'm to go to the hybrid reading, so go to the reading. And then these are the NWA learning paths, but this is a hybrid assignment. So my teacher has told me that it's L5.5, and this is the one. So I can tell by the standard that that's a fast track hybrid assignment. When you open up the fast track assignment, you will see the test or the objective-based test, which is 4 or 5 questions. Let's take a look. Now this is not highlighted because it depends on how I do on the test. If I get 70% or better, then this will just disappear. If I get less than 70%, so more than one wrong, then this learning path will appear.
Today you are taking a test. Do your best and answer as many questions as you can.
So to start this test, there's an arrow in the upper right-hand corner, and the student needs to click between that. To read the passage, they can scroll down, or you can click here and it will pop up. The text will pop up and you can read it at one time. So the student, after reading it, would choose their answer, and then they click on the arrow to continue. And again, read the text. Click on the arrow to continue. The student chooses the answer for the last one, and then you need to click on stop. It's not super intuitive. Stop and then turn it in. Now it has completed my assignment, and then you can see that it has disappeared. So the pretest learning path, that standard that fast start assignment has disappeared. If we click on the portfolio, we can see that this student scored a 75, and if I click on here, this score of 75, mastery on these are 70%. So then the student did not get the learning path. This way. After the quiz or the assessment, if the student gets more than one wrong, so 2 or more wrong, then the learning path becomes highlighted. So now I can see that if I go to my portfolio, I got 0 correct on that on this test. So now I can click on my learning path. And these are the assignments that I have been given. And this arrow, that means that it's a decision point. So if I get less than 70%, I'll do it again. Same with this one, and then these two, I move on. This is a loading activity, so when it's blinking, the student can click.
Creative comparisons. My family is a tree. Allow me to explain. In order to understand my statement, we need to learn about a type of figurative language called a metaphor. By understanding metaphor, we can understand one of the tricks writers and poets use to make their writing more original and more interesting. Knowing about metaphors can also help you with your writing. A metaphor is a direct comparison of two unlike things. A metaphor states that one thing is another. These expressions are metaphors. Which expression makes some sense to you? Hugo's dog. Great choice. Perhaps this expression makes sense to you because you picture the statement in your mind. You know that clowns are playful and silly, so you probably understand that this comparison implies that Hugo's dog is also playful and silly.
I could really use your help here. In the second sentence, my cousin is compared to a peach. A person and a peach are two different things, yet this sentence is stating that one is the other. This is a metaphor. Now, help me find more of these creative comparisons called metaphors. Find the metaphor.
So, in the guided practice, there is corrective feedback. If a student chooses the wrong answer, it will then give them that
My
corrective.
sister has long, dark hair.
It will provide that corrective feedback. Let's watch.
This offers a good description of my sister's hair, but it's not a metaphor. Look for the sentence that compares two unlike things.
So after each activity is completed, so we just finished this activity, there's a check mark, and then the student can go on to the next activity.
Heroes are like good sandwiches. Hey, Janae, check it out. We got an email from Herb, the guy that owns Herb's Hero Sandwich Shop.
Oh yeah? Let me see.
Okay, it's time, when time is up in the rotation, students can just hit exit here. And one really important thing is to monitor students. The easiest way is for them to open their portfolio after each time on Compass to see what they've completed. If the teacher can get just a visual, just to make sure that to see, it defaults to what the student completed today. And you can see they completed that pre-test, and it's blue, so it's completed. They completed one activity on metaphor, got an 88%, and it's that full blue. So what you're looking for is completed activities. So they're not jumping around, they're not going into other assignments. And then it looks like this one on simile, which we just started, is in process. So that half-filled square just means that it was started. And this is the work that was done today. So it's really good to have students click here to see what they completed that day, and also for teachers to get a good visual to make sure that they worked on the activity during the computer time. I'm going to close that, and when the student is done, they can log out.